If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Yesterday, we saw the Buccaneers, as we just told you, beat up on the Philadelphia Eagles, and they did so without the likes of Chris Godwin and Leonard Fournette. Do you think the Bucs have now put the league on notice after their performance yesterday that they're here for a repeat?
Absolutely, Shay. And one of the things we know about Tom Brady is he's not only a great quarterback, but he's really a great point guard. He completed passes to 9 different receivers yesterday. I expect to see more of that because, as you mentioned, no Godwin, no Antonio Brown.
If you do not pressure Tom Brady, it's shooting fish in a barrel. Once he got his feet up under him, I'm not surprised. Tom has a big gun and it's a small barrel. So he's going to pick you off.
The Tom Brady effect in Tampa Bay is simple. TB12 takes over under center, and all the franchise does is win all 5 of his first playoff starts.
To quote the great Shannon Sharp, I feel very comfortable in saying the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are about to repeat because I saw it in full force yesterday. I saw Brady goating at the highest GOAT level. I saw 44 years of age going on 24 years of age. And to your point, he was off a little bit early. It was blowing 20 miles an hour in Tampa yesterday, almost gale force wind. And he was actually throwing the football too hard early on because his velocity looks like it's actually improved at age 44. I don't know how he does it. He's going Benjamin Button as a quarterback.
Thought that defense really stepped up. They got a number of pieces back, most notably Levante David. And I think they're going to be tough to beat. I think they can win next week and go up to Lambeau for a great championship game again.
And I saw Tampa Bay's defense suddenly rise and Super Bowl shine yesterday right on cue as they got Shaq Barrett back, they got JPB back, they got Levante David back. There are a couple players still missing that are about to come back. They didn't have Fournette on offense. They didn't have Cyril Grayson on offense. But the point was, it didn't matter. And what did Brady do that my Cowboys could not do? My Brady-esque quarterback, Dak Prescott. They just took the football right down the field after winning the toss. They said, we'll take it and we will go with it. And they went right down the field and stuck it in the end zone. Why did they do that? Because Philly came in with the #1 rushing attack in pro football. How do you take the football out of their hands? You just put it on the scoreboard. You go up 7-0, and you're going to force Jalen to throw it more than he wants to throw it. So all of a sudden it's 14-0. All of a sudden it's 17-0. And on those first 3 scoring drives, would you believe Tom Brady went 17 of 21 for 147 yards? That's the first 3 scoring drives. And he threw one to Mike Evans, if we could see this in the end zone, that I thought was going to be his 3rd touchdown pass. And Mike just couldn't quite hang on to it. It hit him right in the hands, but Slay was kind of over his back, and it was a close play. I think we're about to see it right here. But he hit him right in the hands. He just couldn't hold on. So that's Brady's 9th drop touchdown pass in the end zone this year, which is why he should be the MVP.
Oh, this is shocking news. Tom Brady won a playoff game. All right, I'll stop being sarcastic, maybe. The 44-year-old threw for 271 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Bucs get a 31-15 drubbing of Philly, who could not seem to get out of their own way. It was 31-zip in the 4th. That's not a misspeak from me for once, when the Eagles managed to put points on the board. Too little, too late. Gross.
Tom Brady is gunned up, jacked up like a little kid, ready to go do this. And there were 2 plays made that were spectacular yesterday. If we could see the Shaq Barrett play, this is what he does at the highest of levels. Yeah. He can zone blitz. He can suddenly drop right off the line of scrimmage, and he can play pass defense like Micah can. And all of a sudden, he tips the ball. Jalen tried to get it just over his head. He tips the ball to himself and catches it. It's a big-time playoff winning kind of play that we saw for the first time in a while, because I've had my doubts about this defense. So all of a sudden they've got that going. We'll see it one more time here. And then guess who? Mike Evans. If we could see the Mike Evans catch, run, and front flip into the end zone, please. This is what you're going to be up against, because as Mike Evans said, I don't care who we play as long as they play man defense, because he eats it alive. What a sweet throw that was by the GOAT. And he front flips into the end zone. Another indication that the Buccaneers are poised for takeoff. I saw defense. I saw special teams. I saw it all yesterday. And I saw a team that is about to march straight to SoFi Stadium out here in Los Angeles for the Super Bowl.
Max, what were we talking about last week? We were saying about, oh, man, you lose Antonio Brown, you lose Chris Godwin. This guy doesn't have Leonard Fournette. He doesn't have Ronald Jones, and he still puts up points like that with Mike Evans and Gronk. And also, you got to give this defense and Todd Bowles a lot of credit. They're finally healthy. Jason Pierre-Paul. You talk about what they have with Shaq Barrett and linebacker Levante David comes back off that foot injury. I mean, this defense is for real, and this team can go deep if Tom keeps playing like this.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers will win the MVP, which is why Brady's about to win the Super Bowl MVP, because he will be driven.
By the way, it's not to take anything away from Tom Brady's greatest of all time. He defied my Cliff prediction by a lot, right? I don't think people understand the competitive advantage the Bucs roster gave. Like, they were so much better than any other team last year. Just look at the roster top to bottom. They could afford to peel off some superstars, really, and still be like, damn, Mike Evans and Gronk, you got an offense.
Brady's best friend, Gronk, seems to be just as crucial for their success. Rob Gronkowski hauled in 5 passes for 31 yards and 1 touchdown in the Bucs' playoff win over the Eagles on Sunday. Tampa Bay is now 11-0 whenever Gronk scores a touchdown for them, including the playoffs. He now has 15 career postseason touchdown catches, second all-time to the great Jerry Rice, and his 22 playoff scores. So Brady leads the way, but Rob Gronkowski has been just as clutch for the Bucs in the playoffs, too.
Winner, the Brady effect. The Buccaneers have now won 5 playoff games over the last 2 seasons, which is not surprising, but here's what is. Tampa Bay had the same number of playoff wins through the franchise's first 44 seasons. And Tom Brady joins Hall of Famers Peyton Manning and Kurt Warner as the only quarterbacks in NFL history to win a playoff game with multiple franchises in 2 different postseasons.
So to sum this up, when they do get Murphy Bunting back as their slot corner on defense, and they will. He was going to go yesterday, and at the last second, his hamstring's still not quite right. When they do get Lenny Fournette back, playoff Lenny, his hamstring wasn't quite right yesterday, and they got away with it. They've got Gio back now as the third down pass catcher out of the backfield. If Tristan Wirfs, I agree with you, is that the problem was yesterday, his backup is injured also, and his backup got bull rushed in the first snap. But it looked like the ankle wasn't too bad. So I'm going to hope and guess that Tristan Wirfs will be able to go. He did come back in the game for a little while. So if they are almost all whole, you're going to have hell getting them out of this playoff chase. Because, again, what if those 49ers, is it possible they go up to Lambeau and knock off Aaron Rodgers? Is it possible? Well, then they would have to go, obviously, to guess who? GOAT. All I know is Brady's about to win number 8.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.